Right, we're going to take the first of utilising the wall as an adverse position with Carl as defender and Andy as attacker. Now, whether this is a two-handed lapel grab or two-handed choke, it's irrelevant. What you don't want, and this is the first mistake, is for Andy to push Carl into the wall. So if he grabs him and pushes him backwards, then Carl's posture's gone, and there's a chance if he was breathing in that you get that woof effect of the air being pushed out of his lungs, which is going to weaken him anyway. He's not in a good fighting posture because he's allowed Andy to push him back. If we take it out and use the front choke exactly the same and you push him backwards again, look what's happening. Carl's letting himself be hit against the wall. Okay, so if we take that out again, go back to the lapel, as he feels it, he then sets himself back against the wall, and now he's got support. And suddenly Andy's the one who's losing some of the balance. Let's take it back out and do it with the choke. It's exactly the same. First thing Carl does is, look how strong and positioned he is here. And look what Andy's having to do. He's lost his posture, he's leaning, he's going to have to recover. The recovery time now is Carl's counter time. Okay, and because he's got outstretched arms, actually isn't really on now. That's not a choke that's particularly good. But Carl's now got the positions. What he needs to do is utilise the weak side of Andy. Left foot forward means it's the right side, there's the gap. That's the gap that Carl's going to work his way through as he turns Andy into the wall. So all that's happening is this. Now Carl's got a posture he can get out of with impact on the way. So he's turned a disadvantage into advantage. Let's see that a couple of times nice and slowly again, please, guys. Carl maintains the posture, the solidity. He then upsets Andy's posture, drives round, so he's now got a position that he can turn Andy into the wall. Now Andy's fearful of himself. This isn't enough because he can maybe push himself off, so Carl now needs something. That's the good posture. Carl's now in a position where Andy's trapped against the wall and he can escape. Take that one all the way through, guys, please. A couple of times. That's okay, and once again, get the solid base, get the solidity, then work on him. Doesn't matter what we do, we can work on him, drag him round, there he goes. And if Carl was in the mood, he could stick a couple of knees in from this posture as well. Okay, we'll see that in a second from the other side. Right, we've changed the angle so you can see the same kind of thing before. The principle is exactly the same, nothing's altered, only the angle so that you can see what's happening. Again, Carl is going to do this wrong. Andy's going to do a lapel grab and push him backwards. You'll see how Carl's body hits the wall. That'll knock the fight out of him a little bit. If he comes back and does it with the two-handed choke, exactly the same, that'll knock the fight out of him a bit. Right? We take it back now to this two-handed choke. As soon as it goes on, Carl's first priority is establishing his base. And that's made Andy extend. He's now lost the power that he had. But Carl has produced a massive base. It's as solid as the wall is. So here now he can afford to start the counter movements, which is turning Andy into the wall, but stepping behind him. Notice a little trick with the foot behind and the hand up here. Now Andy has become the person that is in the bad situation. He's the one that's lost all advantages and Carl has regained them all. And think of the escape route here. If Carl wants to just push off and go, he's got it. Okay, twice all the way through, nice and gently, guys, please. Base established, counter starts moving, turns Andy in, gets control, gets escape. Once more like that all the way through. There's the counter coming in, there's the drive in, there's the escape if he needs it. So what's happened there was you've used the wall to our advantage and not to our attacker's advantage.